Write down what you love about yourself right now. All the great things about you right now, write them down. Hey guys, Vicky Lemons here and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. I am so glad to have you here. So in this video, we are going to talk about protecting your spirit. Yes, we have to protect our spirit, guys. And what do I mean by that? You ever walk into a room or you're around someone and immediately their energy just fills you up? You are just like, oh my gosh, I want to feel that way all the time. And then you are around someone else and then you feel the complete opposite. Oh my gosh, that just drained the mess out of me. Why is that person always so miserable? And then the worst is when their energy bounces into your spirit. Now whatever they were walking around mad, now you mad. You don't even know why you mad, but you just mad. That's your spirit. And we have to protect that. And I am going to teach you how. I'm going to give you 4 ways to protect your spirit. Number 1, who are you hanging around? That's number 1. When we are protecting our spirit, we have to be conscious of who we hang around. Because, like I just said, that energy can bounce into us and it completely changes our mood. So now we are walking through the world as a miserable person versus had we just been around someone that was uplifting and motivational. The things that might bother you when you're all mad and grumpy wouldn't bother you the same way because you would let it roll off. It's not that big of a deal. But when you're upset, it's a big deal. That's why you have to be careful who you are hanging around. I have gotten so particular about this, especially lately, because the more I'm walking into my purpose, the more I'm open to receiving messages and energy. I don't want to be around anyone that's going to drain me. I don't want to be around anyone that I don't want to be around anyone that's going to suck the energy out of me. If you can't pour into me, and I can control not being around you, I don't want to be around you. And that's just where I am in life. And I think it's important that we protect our spirit. But number 1 is who are you hanging around? And I would like to add to that, I would encourage you to hang around people who make you laugh. Because when we laugh, there's a certain openness to our spirit that just happens. And it's a great thing when we approach things from a lighter place. It has a different effect than when we approach things from a mean and aggravated place. So I would encourage you to laugh. Hang around people who pour into you positively and that make you laugh. So that's number 1. Number 2, you have to fuel your spirit. You have to pour in to that. As these things that come to try and drain us, they can't suck us dry because we have already been fueling our spirit. You have to constantly be pouring. For me, it happens in the way of motivational speaking. It happens in the way of sermons. It happens in the way of following positive YouTubers. Things that make me motivated. Reading good books. Things that pour into my spirit. You have to fuel your spirit. Almost like a body of armor. You're fueling yourself up. So when those little attacks, those little negative energy spirits come at you, they don't drain you dry. You have to fuel your spirit. Number 3, find your purpose. Start walking in your purpose. When you find your purpose, you don't have time to allow negative stuff to come in your way, in your area, in your zone. You should be so focused on what you're doing to create the best version of you. Extra stuff, you shouldn't even be in a mode, in a zone to want to tolerate it. You should have fueled your spirit so much and be walking in your purpose so strong, so hard, that if you even smell a whiff of negative energy coming, you out the other way. Don't come over here with that. I can smell that coming. No, I don't want that near me. That's where you have to be. And when you get to that place, of I'm in my zone, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm moving I'm trying to build my dreams. I don't have time for that. You don't even want it around you. And even if you used to be around it, when you get back around it, it won't look the same. It won't smell the same. It won't be the same. Because now your spirit is different. It can't tolerate that anymore. And that's a good thing. So, number one, who are you hanging around? You need to focus on who you're hanging around, and it should be people that are positive and that make you laugh. And number two, fueling your spirit. We got to build that armor. We have to build that armor, fuel us up, so we can be prepared anytime any negativity tries to come our way. Number three, we want to find our purpose. We want to get in our zone of grinding, building our dreams, working on our goals. Stuff you won't even want to be entertained by the same things when you're in that zone. Number four, social media. Social media is one of those things that can affect your spirit so much. A post can trigger an emotion. Someone not liking your post can trigger an emotion. Whatever it is, get to a place where things on social media you have to understand it's just entertainment. And also with people who post certain things, if I look and I'm friends with someone and I don't like their content, and every time I see it, it just does something to my spirit, I unfollow or I delete them, because a post pours into your spirit. You can read something and that post will affect you all day and maybe even longer. And so you have to be cautious of who you're allowing in your social media world as well, and what you're allowing for them to pour into your spirit. Because once you read it, once you see it, once you watch it, it can't be undone. You can't unsee it. So your social media is a tricky one because it's a sneaky way to get into your spirit. You're still fueling up your spirit, so you should be ready for that attack, but sometimes the social media ones can catch you off guard. Be careful who you are friends with, and if you don't want to unfriend them like on Facebook, just unfollow. I do that all the time. I just unfollow them because I like them. I just don't like their content. I don't like it, and I don't like what it does to my spirit, so I unfollow. It's just as simple as that. And to piggyback off of that is TV and movies. You protect your spirit from TV and movies. That's actually how I teach my children as well. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old, and what is too much for the 15-year-old and what my 15-year-old son watches, my 12-year-old daughter may not feel like that's for her. But I allow them, I teach them about their spirit, and I allow them to make that decision for them. I allow them to make that decision for themselves. Only they know what's too much for their spirit. So if we're watching something as a family, and say maybe a kissing scene comes up, if the kissing gets a little bit too much, my daughter will walk out of the room. It's too much for her spirit. And I teach them to do that. And I teach them to do that now as children, so that as they grow into adults, they feel comfortable leaving a room when whatever's going on doesn't suit them. And that's how you should be. You should protect your spirit. I'm teaching them to protect their spirit. And there was a movie that I watched. I love scary movies. I love scary movies. But there isn't really a scary movie that I've watched that's really scary. However, there is a movie that I've watched that has messed with my spirit. And I won't repeat the name of it. I won't even tell my husband the name of it because I don't want it to get into his spirit. But it was a crazy, crazy film. And it was a true story. And it just did something to me, man. It just really did something to my spirit. And you can't unsee it. You can't undo it. And that's why we have to be careful what we allow to come into our spirit. We have to protect it. We have to make sure that the people that we allow around us are there to fuel it, not to deplete it. Okay, so those are my ways that you can start to protect your spirit. If you have ways that you already protect your spirit, I would love to know about them. Put them in the comments below. As always, guys, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, you can find me on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, Vicky Lemons. Come check me out. I thank you for watching, and God bless.